Hi, this video is for Chris and Allard. You guys played a training match over the weekend. It was a good practice. Um, so you guys know each other's openings very well. You're both my students, so it's kind of like a battle of who knows more than the other person. Who's paid attention the best? Who's doing what I'm saying? That's basically what, in this game kind of illustrated that. So Allard was white, and all you guys know the main moves here. And now Chris is the first one to make the mistake. He plays knight to a5, and we can first identify that that's not the correct move. Based upon the principle of not moving your knight to the rim, we don't want to do that. So typically we don't want to do that unless I've told you explicitly to do that. Now the correct move in this position, Chris, and the problem is that you haven't faced many kids that look at the young level who are going to play this move. They're all falling for this little simple trick here on c3, but after d5, you want to retreat the bishop back. And the point is, if they take you, you don't care because you take back. You were already up a piece, and now you're up 2 pawns and you win the game. Instead, you play here. Oh, well, so once again, after bishop takes here, if he doesn't, if he plays rook e1, which is the main move, you go knight to e7, rook takes, pawn d6, bishop g5, takes, h6, attack the knight, and then white should try to do something like this. And the position's roughly equal, and white can keep on the pressure. Going back to it after knight to a5, Allard plays queen to e2, which is a logical move. It wasn't the best move. Back in 1919, world champion Yu is the way you pronounce his name, E-U-W-E. He played bishop to d3, and after castles, we take the bishop. Now we have these 2 pawns are still good. So now f5 to protect the knight, rook to e1. He gives up the pawn here. Black gets his rook to the 7th rank. And white, was able to maintain pressure. And that's really what this opening is about, is maintaining pressure. And we see that he won with the knight fork at the end. Going back to it here. Queen to e2, threatening the knight. Once again, black's up a piece. Just castle your king. And then when he takes you back, you're still up a piece. No big deal. Instead, you take the knight here, check, king over here. And now, I believe white is basically better in this position. And this move here. And after rook to e1, I believe Chris pointed out, oh, you could have took with the rook and trapped my queen. Well, why on earth would you tell him what he could have done in the past? That doesn't make any sense. You gain nothing by telling him. You're just kind of, in some ways flaunting, egotistically that you saw something that he didn't see. All right? That you're trying to basically, make fun of him for you saw this move and he didn't see it. But guess what happened to you, Chris? He played knight takes, you moved your queen, and then he did the discover check with the queen on the rook, or the rook on the king as it was. And now your queen's under attack, you moved it back, and you lost your queen anyways. The point is, Chris, do not talk to your opponents at all. Do not tell them what they missed. Do not tell them anything. All you do is you take a piece, you move it, you write it down, you hit a clock. There is absolutely no reason for you to talk. So for you, that's the most important lesson learned. Beyond the fact that you made a mistake and didn't follow the rules, on the 10th move, you're basically starting to lose the position. You need to not talk to your opponents. Until you stop talking to your opponents, we can't have you play bigger guys. Anyways, this is Coach John, and I'll see you guys later.